Today we're flying home on British Airways Euroflyer. That's their Gatwick subsidiary. Just need to exit the Schengen zone and then we'll be through to the gates. B25, the gate is shown as boarding. So if an A321 holds, what, 230 people? I'm sequence number 73, I think. I checked in about 4 hours ago. So does that mean we're going to get quite a light flight? Maybe an empty row? I don't know, stick around, let's find out. As you can see, we're boarding. We're only groups 1 to 3 right now. We're in group 4 tonight. So we're this far in the queue. I reckon we should be on shortly, to be honest. And here we go, we're getting on board. Well, there she is. Ready to take us back into London. Let's get on board.
Hey there, good evening to you all. My name is Johnson. On behalf of the entire crew, welcome aboard this British Airways flight to London Gatwick, operated by BA Euroflyer.
BA Euroflyer started operations in 2022 out of the ashes of COVID, with British Airways trying to establish a lower cost European operation at Gatwick to compete with the likes of EasyJet and Wizz Air, who were muscling in on their turf at the same time. This is my row 34, seat F by the window. The Pinnacle seat launched in 2014 and is a solid seat, adjustable headrest and fully retractable armrests. So this is the old style Pinnacle seat that BA have on their older fleet. Their Neos don't have this one. As this is a legacy aircraft, this is what you're going to get. So up top here, literature pocket. There's just that in there right now. I suspect the safety card is down here, as you see. Big tray table. Probably oversized, to be honest. You don't really need one this big in a short haul aircraft, but does the trick. Then got this big pocket here, full width to my knees. You get a sick bag in there as well, or a trash bag if you're American. Safety card, as we saw. And if I put my bum right back, you can see what the support looks like here, and then leg room. You know what, there's enough, it's fine. I think you get about an inch less down here versus up there, but total flight, it is what it is. This is something to be aware of actually. Looking at the seat map, you can see the forward cabin rows 2 to 9 have 30.4 inches of pitch. Primarily this is sold as Club Europe or business class, but it's flexible space. If only a few seats are sold in business, the rest are opened up as economy. In the centre cabin, you sometimes get a bit of business down here, but it is mainly economy, and seats in this cabin are 30 inches, so half an inch less than up front. And then further back where we are, this is always economy, and the seats here have 29 inches of pitch, so a full inch less than what you get in the centre, and an inch and a half less than what you get at the front. So if you want to score more legroom, sit further forward. I didn't pay for seat selection and only checked in a few hours ago, so BA had already blocked out most of the seats. Plus, there's always a better chance of an empty row towards the back. You do have free seat selection though, even with no status 24 hours before the flight. The seat does recline too, and I will show you that in a bit, as long as no one is sat on this row somewhere. I showed you the headrest. It goes up and down like that with these ears, which I'm a big fan of actually. Like if it's on long haul, equally like it is on short haul. They're really supportive, and it stops you rocking away. Makes you feel like you're in some sort of nest, cocoon place. I like that. I haven't noticed this before. There's no air vents in row 34. We have a light bell, light, no smoking, and seat belts. But look at every other row down here has air vents. BA, where's my air vent? Airbus? The row behind has them too. I guess we're just going to be a little bit warmer on this flight. Maybe lose a jumper. Who knows? I shit you not. Boarding complete.
Welcome aboard everyone. All customers have now boarded and we are about to brief you on the safety procedures of this aircraft.
Okay, that's
Cabin crew, doors automatic and cross-check please.
Pushing back on time, let's get into the air. Take off today on runway 28. The next video on this channel will be British Airways 787-10 in business class over to Toronto, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that one. It's not often you get a row to yourself, and I've made myself at home. Here's a look at the recline situation. 3 inches, but it doesn't look like a lot, does it? The cabin remained in this dim blue LED lighting for most of the flight, and it's quite calming. I'm a fan. If there's another plus about a near empty flight, it's that you should get served quite quickly.
Okay, so it took off about 45 minutes ago. Drinks are just coming out now. That's slow, I always like me.
Let's have a look at the festive menu. There's no mistake in here, we're near Christmas. When I took this flight, BA had special promotional products by week. This week it's elf beer.
It's our BrewDog Elf special Christmas beer. And gingerbread is our complimentary snack, along with the water. Now look at that smile. Least creepy smile you will ever see. 3 of these bad boys in this packet.
Creepy smile aside, they're not bad, you know. I did try another Christmas special, the pigs in blanket roll, on a flight to Tromsø that I took. That flight was on BA's A320neo, which had the latest and greatest BA cabin, so check that video out after you've watched this one. I've always liked the pamphlet approach to the safety card that BA seem to employ on their aircraft. It's been quite an odd flight actually, and I found this before when flights are really quiet. The cabin crew don't really know what to do with themselves, so end up not really doing anything. They can be quite difficult to get hold of and you don't really see them wandering around the cabin. This is the centre loo right at the rear. It's clean and in way better shape than the A320neo loos that they've got in their fleet. The crew seat is on the other side of this door. We're starting our approach now down into London Gatwick, and have you noticed that when the gear is down and locked, not only do you get a chime, but the exit signs all light up too. So what did I pay for this near empty flight? Well, I booked about 4 weeks in advance and I paid €31 as a cash fare. That's probably the cheapest BA flight that I've booked with just cash. Seatbelt signs off then, and let's head on into the terminal. That's a nice touch. A little chocolate to say Merry Christmas from BA. Does Swiss still give chocolates out on every flight?
This was BA's A321 into Gatwick. It's very similar to what you might find on EasyJet, Ryanair, Jet2, the like. There's not really a lot in the way of service that differentiates them these days. What I usually find with BA is they're quite slow, so it took us 45 minutes to get a drink. 45 minutes. There's about 70 people on the plane, 80 people. You need to speed that up, especially when you consider in the old days when they used to fly domestic in the UK and you get a breakfast. They'd serve the entire A320 with a breakfast and a juice or whatever else. Anyway, have a good Christmas. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll see you next time.